Well, Jeff, I feel like we have to start by asking you about that goal you scored. Have you ever gone on a run quite like that in your life? And what was kind of going through your head during that play?
Bom, a partir do momento que eu domino para frente ali, eu tento sair da pressão e vão me deixando. Acho que por me conhecer, saber que eu sou um jogador mais de toque e de aproximação, sabem que dificilmente eu faria uma corrida daquelas. Até eu não acreditava muito, mas eu continuei indo e acabou que quando eu vi já estava perto da área e consegui finalizar bem. Foi acho que um dos
Recording in
o gol mais
progress.
bonito, foi um dos mais.
Yeah, in reality, I was continuing that run, feeling that I didn't have the pressure, so I kept going, maybe because the other players know me, that I'm the type of player that pass or approach, and probably thought that it was unlikely for me to go that way. But I kept going, kept progressing, got near the box, and completed the play. So if it wasn't my most beautiful goal, it was certainly one of the most beautiful ones.
Can I follow up real fast? Cristian, I just got to know what was going through your mind when you were seeing him make that run.
Great pass, first and foremost. I mean, the assist was incredible. No, but in all seriousness, I joke around with João because he uses his body so well. And he's faster than he looks. And yeah, my guy. And with the ball, with the way he uses his body, it's really difficult to get the ball off him. So I expected, honestly, all of that, but to have the composure to cut to his left and then score the goal, you know, that just shows how much talent he has. But you know, João is a spectacular player. He has great form, and he does so many things right that it's hard to put into words like what you just saw. I mean, the first goal of the season was just as incredible. So credit to him.
Maz?
Yeah. Hey, Cristian, obviously happy with the win, but how hard is it when you jump out to such a big lead at halftime, and then the second half they try and slow you down, and then now they're playing with 10, and the game just gets, how hard is it?
Yeah, I think we let our guard down in the second half. Even moments in the first half, I felt like we weren't sharp enough in the back. You know, Colorado on a different day could have scored 2 goals easily. And we have to be mindful of that. We have to understand, hey, we scored 3 goals, really nice goals. But in a different game, in a more clinical opponent, you know, that game could have gone away from us. So we have to find the right balance between being happy, but also looking back at the game and correcting, you know, the mistakes that we made.
To get to the 3-0, it looked like the triangles and the movement is really what got you there. There was some excellent movement all the way, like passes left and right.
Yeah, certainly. You know, the way they play is very, you know, their center backs are extremely aggressive. So Freddie and I, you know, kept coming lower and lower, dragging out their center backs, leaving Will almost 1v1. And then that created a lot of space for us. And being able to interchange with Alex getting in behind, João finding the right time to make his deep line runs. You know, that's what created our goals, you know, the interchange and understanding the opponent and how they play. So you know, that's credit to our guys and you know, finishing off our game plan. And we were clinical today. You know, that was the biggest difference.
Other questions in the room? Ari?
So, Cristian, you've got goals in 4 straight games now. Do you think that's kind of like just like a random thing, or do you feel like you've kind of gotten a little more comfortable in these recent weeks playing more advanced roles?
I think it's been combination of a lot of things. I think mentally I told myself, hey, shoot, be more aggressive when you're in front of goal. Be more selfish. That's something that I haven't done as of late, being a defensive midfielder basically my whole career. My mindset was a little bit different. So just being a little bit more aggressive, more confident and selfish in front of goal. And then secondly, I think we've been getting a lot of good service from the left side. And that's something that I think we lacked a little bit in the first half of the season. A lot of the service came from the right side. So now we have that balance. And I think that's making us an even more dangerous team.
Anything else in the room before we go over to Zoom? Okay, Matt, if you can hear me, go ahead and take a couple from the Zoom audience.
I can hear you just fine. We will start with Jada Evans from the Seattle Times. Go ahead, Jada.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win. Cristian, this question's for you. The evening kind of started with, obviously going into the game with the NWSL, players having to come out with the allegations, and it seemed like your goal kind of helped bring some happiness back. Did you at all feel that? I mean, as far as, I know you guys want to get off good on the front foot, but can you talk a little bit about, just kind of bringing fun back to soccer?
Well, first of all, Jada, I think the response from the crowd when that statement came out was incredible. The way both teams were clapping, the whole stadium was all for it. I mean, that's what we want to see. That's what soccer's all about, bringing people together. And then secondly, starting off on the right foot against, a top Western Conference opponent was crucial. That was a 6-point game, and the way that we came out was great, was fantastic. And again, I don't want to be too negative, but we have to deliver that in the second half as well. But in the end, the start is exactly what we needed. The statement was great, and really proud of the team.
Felipe Maqueda.
Felicidades para los dos en el triunfo. Cristian, ganar en casa siempre es gratificante. Ganar con 3 goles de mucha calidad también lo es para la afición. Pero me gustaría saber de ti, qué es lo que, aparte de los goles, qué es lo que tú rescatas de este partido.
Pues para mí, ¿cómo salimos hoy? Teníamos que traer la intensidad, porque es un equipo que es bien agresivo y era importante iniciar el partido muy bien. Y hicimos eso, metimos 3 goles en frente de gol, defensivamente estamos muy bien, que ellos no metieron un gol. Y bueno, la verdad estamos contentos que ganamos con tantos goles.
The question was, congratulations about the home victory and with the quality goals. Tell us a little bit about the takeaways from this match. The answer, it's how we really got out from the beginning. We knew that we needed to bring intensity. The opponent is an aggressive team, so it was important to start well. We scored the 3 goals. We defended well. Thankfully, they didn't score, and we are happy with getting out with a win with this many goals.
Unless there are any other questions via Zoom, which I'm not seeing any hands, I will throw it back to Alex in the room. So last call for questions from Zoom. Alrighty, Alex, take it away.
Thanks, Matt. A couple more down here. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Yeah, João Paulo, if you could just kind of talk what your impression of the game was, what you thought of the play and how it went.
Eu acho que a gente conseguiu imprimir o nosso ritmo desde o início. A gente conseguiu forçar alguns uns turnovers da equipe deles numa zona que a gente gosta, que a gente conseguia transformar em boas oportunidades de gol. Foi assim que a gente conseguiu, principalmente os primeiros gols. Isso facilitou para que a gente tivesse mais confiança e mais facilidade para conduzir a partida. Sobretudo no segundo tempo, a gente teve alguns erros mais por relaxamento, por estar com o placar elástico, a gente vacilou um pouco, coisa que não pode acontecer, principalmente contra uma equipe tão qualificada quanto a deles, mas serve de aprendizado para a gente levar isso para os próximos jogos. Foi longo?
The answer. Well, I believe that we imposed our rhythm from the start, and that forced some turnovers in zones of the field where we managed to create opportunities of goal. And after scoring the first couple of goals, that made things a little bit easier to conduct the match. In the second half, we did make some mistakes, maybe relaxed given the score, the big gap in the score. But those can't happen, especially playing against a quality team like this. But those are all lessons that we learn and bring to the next matches.
Final call for questions down here. Jeremiah?
Cristian, if you could just, wanted to ask you about the pass that Will gave you on
Jimmy's goal.
Jimmy's goal, there you go, thank you.
Yeah, it was a great pass, first and foremost. And I think that Will doesn't get talked about a lot and enough because he does so much work for us. And, unfortunately he didn't score. But the amount of work that he does and the amount of battling up top that goes unnoticed is something that I really want to highlight because without him, we don't score a lot of those goals. And like I said, he gets a lot of credit for being a hold-up guy, and that pass was unbelievable. I think Alex played it into him. I made an early run. Luckily, I stayed onside, but the sequence and the way he found me was incredible, impeccable. And then João making that deep line run, that is really difficult to defend, but. He doesn't get enough credit for the hold-up play and the passing that he does, the pressure that gets released based on how he plays. And then it's about the quality that Jimmy shows and making that deep line run as well.
We do have two more, and we'll get final word here to Maz and then Ari to close us out. Maz, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Cristian, since you brought it up, is Will's speed underrated? I mean, I get the hold-up play, but his ability sometimes to just get to a space and open up that space for you guys, is that something that is underrated in this game?
Certainly, he's a different player than Raul. Raul is a killer in the box. Doesn't provide, not necessarily doesn't provide the amount of build-up play. He kind of gets hidden, but Will's a little different. He, does the hold-up play. And then his timing and his ability to hold off a defender while he's sprinting is what makes him so fast. The runs that he makes out of the forward, defenders don't want to go out wide, especially center back. So that's what makes him so special. That's what makes him really difficult to defend. And we're lucky to have him. Along with Freddie. One forward goes down, we have two more. So that's credit to front office as well.
Go ahead, Ari.
Real quick for João Paulo, if you had to pick between the golazo you scored against Minnesota and the goal tonight, do you have a favorite? And which
Tough choice. Minnesota one was better.
Futebol.
No translation needed for that one. Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.